everybody. So I'm titling this video, What Would You Do? I've been off for about 3 days now and just headed back from doing some laundry early this morning, and I find myself really struggling with what I want to do with my career. I've been at this job for 25 years now. In the past few years, there's, let's just say, certain individuals that love to micromanage, stir up the pot, making it very toxic. I'm trying to work up the motivation to go back to work tomorrow, and I'm really struggling with that. Just because I feel at this point in my life, every time I drive into that place, it's taking a piece of me with it. And I think I'm at a point in my life that I'd like to try something different. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it's hard to take that first step into the unknown. This is all I've known for quite some time, and if there wasn't certain people at this place that try and micromanage and, talk crap about you when you're not around and be superficial to your face, and when nobody addresses the issues either, and they see it and they look the other way, try and push you harder and make you do more work than you're being paid for because they want to hit that, $3.3 million mark at the end of the year so they can get themselves a fat bonus. And, I think it's time for me to move on and do something different. Don't even know what that is right now. I feel like this job is, sucking my soul dry, and I can see why so many people in the past few years have walked away from their jobs and careers they've been in for so long, because the bottom line is, at the end of the day, it's just not worth it. These 3 days I've had has just really put some things in perspective for me, and I don't know, I just need to get the gumption to do it, I guess. Maybe have a little bit more faith in myself. And life is too short to be manipulated and pushed to make somebody else's life better. I'm all for helping people and, trying to make people better their lives, but when I say that, make it better for them, I mean increase their wallet size. And I don't know how things are in other places, but I haven't had a bonus in over 15 years, and I see all these people around me get bonuses, and I have my reviews and they say I'm doing a great job, keep it up, you're a great employee. As of late, I just feel like I'm just being extremely used by the people in that building and by the system in general. I'm just, I don't know, I feel like I'm stuck in a hard place right now for taking that first step into the unknown. I know what I need to do. It's just, I've invested so much at this place, and I guess I'm finding out as well that I haven't invested in myself. There's nothing new for me to learn. I've learned everything. I could probably, I do this job in autopilot. Realistically, I could probably do this job 2 or 3 days a week. And, I don't know. I'm finding it very difficult to give myself the gumption to go back into this job tomorrow and be fake with people. And I shouldn't say myself be fake with people, but be in a fake, superficial environment where nothing matters except for making a handful of people in that building richer. And I'm not a money-driven person. It's just the objective with these people is do more, so I can make more, and keep you at where you are and keep my boot on your neck. I have this one manager that I work with on a daily in the line of work I do, and he's a micromanager. And in the past year and a half, 2 years, I've seen people that have been there, as long as me have quit, retired early, because they can't deal with it. It's just toxic, and I just don't know if everybody else, not everybody, but if other people experience this as well. It's like, and the upper management lets it happen because he's pushing people to, produce more. But what he doesn't realize is he's putting a bunch of holes in this boat that's keeping it afloat at the same time. And life is too short to be under somebody's ego anymore. I need to start living for myself and do things for myself. He's right now, currently, he's trying to, well, back up a minute. I don't report to this individual. I report to somebody else. But I know for a fact, for this past month, he's been trying to get myself and a couple others under him so he can control us even more. And when I say control, it's, well, you can't take time off. We need to hit this mark. You need to do more. You need to produce more. At the same time, you have other people that daily F stuff up all the time. And he won't address those things. I don't know. To me, it's like ass backwards. You take care of your employees and treat them well with respect and allow them to grow and yourself to grow as well, and things could probably be a lot better. I guess I'm struggling with that because I know it's never going to happen because this guy's a narcissist and his ego is so damn big. I know it's never going to change. The only thing that's going to change is how I react to this and what I do about it. And what I need to do about it is move on. Not even knowing what that is. I need to dive in face first and just invest in myself and have the courage to take that unknown step into the darkness and have faith that a light that I can't see will come out. It's these past few days have really started to make my mind go a little bit bananas, to be honest. Not in a bad way, just like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I putting up with this? Materialistic things are not important. What's important is the time you have, and that is the greatest asset we all have, is our time. You can't ever get that back. Never. You can always make more money. You can never get your time back. And the older I've gotten, the more I've, realized that and seen the writing on the wall. I don't want to be a sucker anymore and give up my time for some douchebag that all they want to do is make their bonus at the end of the year, at least half of my salary, so they can flaunt their things around and look cool, as they think they do. But to me, they're a hollow person, and all they're doing is running from themselves. It's just unfortunate that this stuff is allowed in workplaces these days, and it creates toxic environments. And a lot of people start suffering mentally because of these things. The anxiety and the depression that has increased in people because of these very things. It needs to stop, but it's not going to stop. It's just going to keep getting worse because there's always going to be somebody in there that's going to bow down and be, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. I will do more. I will come in earlier. I will stay later. I will work on the weekends. That's another thing that's really starting to piss me off, is this guy constantly emails me and calls me and texts me when he knows I'm not working. I'm on vacation. I'm on PTO. And he gets pissy when I don't respond to him. And he goes around the building slamming my name, saying I can't believe he's not getting back to me, this isn't professional, blah, blah, blah. Screw you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. It's like, you're off for a reason. You're off to take a break and, regroup and whatnot. It's just like, it's constant now. I can't get it. I guess what I'm coming to the realization is I can't get away from this place, even if, I'm entitled to take time off. It's really frustrating. And I know I need to move on, and I'm just whining at this point, but I just don't know if anybody else experiences this in a work environment now. I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's like, you're entitled to take time off. You're entitled to go regroup, and do what you want to do to relax, or, do projects or whatever you want to do for yourself while you are off work. And I just don't get that thinking concept anymore. And I don't know. Let me all know what you think about this, and what do you think I should do? It's just, I feel like this place is slowly sucking my soul from me and who I am, even more so than it ever has. I'll catch y'all later. Let me know what you think. Peace.